Hi, my name is John Williams, and this is my presentation for negotiation and deal making. The negotiation for this case study is about securing a leading role in Marvel's Iron Man 2 film. The parties involved include Terrence Howard and Marvel Studios, both of whom feel they are justified in their claims for decisions made for the future film. Terrence Howard's bargaining position for his involvement in the second film was that he had a three-film contract with Marvel. According to Business Insider, during an interview with Andy Cohen on Bravo's Watch What Happens Live, Howard said he had a three-picture deal for the film and that he ended up being offered a minuscule amount for the sequel in comparison to the first film. He says it was going to be a certain amount for the first film, a certain amount for the second, and a certain amount for the third. Marvel's bargaining position, according to MTV, Howard's role as Tony Stark's right-hand man was severely cut back, therefore giving Marvel executives ample excuses to cut Howard's pay. Entertainment Weekly reports by as much as 50 to 80%. In other words, since his role was smaller, he would get less pay. The underlying interest for Howard was to continue to be a part of a project that he helped piece together. According to Rolling Stone, Howard was the first hire and the highest paid on the first Iron Man film. Rolling Stone reports that Howard says he was the one to give Robert Downey Jr. the role as Iron Man. Howard says he told them he'd take $1 million pay cut if they auditioned Downey and hired him. I think Howard just wanted to be a team player and see the film be successful. However, the underlying interest for Marvel was not the same as Howard's. During Howard's interview with Andy Cohen, he said, "They came to me with the second and said, look, we will pay you 1/8 of what we contractually had you for because we think the second one will be successful with or without you." Marvel's underlying interest was to move forward with the sequel regardless if Howard was involved with the project or not. One of the negotiation concepts used during this conflict is perception. During an interview with morning radio show Sway in the Morning, Howard says, "I was paid about $4.5 million for the first film," said Howard. "The second, the studio said, we think the movie will be successful with you or without you. So instead of the $8 million that we were going to pay you, we're going to let you come back for $1 million. We did a three-picture deal already. But I forgot, I didn't know it wasn't a mutually binding contract. It was only beneficial for them, and they could bring me back or not. They can honor it or not." Howard was under perception that his contract with Marvel was mutually binding, and it was not. Power is another technique used in this negotiation. Marvel showed their position of power in this negotiation by only giving Howard two choices: either be involved with the film and accept a huge pay cut and less of a starting role, or not be involved with the film at all. Marvel held true to its power by not compromising at all for Howard, even though his role in the first Iron Man film was great because the movie grossed over $300 million. A third concept used in this conflict was a backup plan. According to Rolling Stone, 24 hours after Marvel offered Howard less money, they had replaced him with Don Cheadle. Marvel had a backup plan already in place. All they had to do was simply push Howard out and make room for Cheadle. What went well in this negotiation was that Marvel was able to offer Howard much less than they had previously paid him due to him having a shorter role. What went wrong in this negotiation was that there was never a compromise offered to Howard. He couldn't even present his case as to why he wanted to stay on the project before he was replaced. There wasn't an agreement reached during this negotiation at all. Marvel's word was final, and they didn't want to go through the process of reaching an agreement with Howard before letting him go. I don't see any window of opportunity for either party to discuss any renegotiations in the future due to the negative emotions left during this negotiation.